So we're going to talk about fear. So there was this man, this hiker. He was hiking up a mountain by himself. He was taking pictures. He was out in the canyon, in the desert, out in the wild. He was hiking, had a water bottle. He was out there, a whole day. And he was getting a good picture. He was on the side of this cliff, and he lost his footing and he fell. And he grabbed this tree hanging from the mountain and was holding on to this tree. And he looked down, and it was hundreds of feet to the ground. So if he let go, he was going to fall. So he was just stuck. He was stranded. So he was trying to figure out, well, can I get my rope up? I can't get my rope up. I can't. There's nowhere for me to get footing. So there was nothing he could do to get out. So he just yelled, "Help! Help!" And he says, "Is anybody up there?" And then he hears this voice, "Yes, I am here." He's like, "Oh, who's that? Can you help me?" He said, "This is God." He said, "Well, can you help me?" He said, "Yes, I can save you, my son. Just let go of the branch." He said, "What?" He said, "Just let go of the branch and I will catch you." Is anybody else up there?
I got a second opinion.
I don't see you.
Yeah.
I don't see you. How are you going to save me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he didn't have faith. So a lot of the times the basis of fear is not being in control of the situation. Mm-hmm. It's like we're afraid of a scenario that we're not in control of. So we're uncomfortable if we're not in control. Right. So we need to. So that's the root cause of many of our fears, is a fear of not being in control, a fear of I won't know how to fix it myself. Mm. So it's a fear that I can't control it, I can't fix it myself. And so that's the root cause of a lot of our fears, is we're thinking, okay, I need to be able to fix it. I don't know how to fix that, so let me worry about it. Let me concern myself about it. Mm. It's like I don't know how to fix that, so I'm going to focus on that, and I'm going to worry about it, and I'm anxious about it. Mm-hmm. And even a lot of times, anger is a reaction to fear. Mm-hmm. So like people that are always angry, they're usually afraid or upset about not being in control of some situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So a lot of things that happen are a result of fear. And one of the practical steps is kind of how when this other situation comes up, you think about the brain surgery. Yeah. So you think about something negative. So one thing you can do is to proactively focus on things positive. Like think about a situation that God did get you through.
Everything,
and
right.
So sometimes you can put a physical reminder of those things, like a memorial, they call it, or something. Put a physical reminder of. So like I had an issue with my car and I didn't know what happened to it, and then so once it all worked out and it's like, oh, nothing happened. It's like, okay, the clamp that was the issue, I take that and I put it somewhere visible. Say, okay, God got me through that.
Okay.
Or it's like, okay, well, God, healed me of this when I was in Israel. So it's like, okay, I got a rock from Israel. I'll put this here so I'll remember it. So I can focus on, okay, God got me through, versus focusing on the bad thing happens. Like, here's the situations that could happen. Or in this scenario, the bad thing happened. And you focus on the bad thing. Okay. So instead, you can say, this situation, hey, the good thing happened. God got me through it. So you can focus on when God got you through.
He's got me through everything.
Versus focusing.
Jacob put a stone, calling it Bethel, I guess.
The house of God. Yeah, put a stone as a remembrance.
Got him through it,
Those are good examples. Awesome. Thank you.
So Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." So I'm going to say that fear is the assurance of things we hope don't happen, and the conviction of things not seen. So there are things we hope. So faith, there are things we want, and faith is what gives us assurance, yeah, it's going to happen. But then there are things that we don't want to happen, And fear is what gives us the assurance, yeah, that's going to happen.
Right.
So faith is fear in reverse. So it's like, these are the things I don't want. And then fear comes along and say, oh, yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Yeah, then you're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure, that's going to happen. And you're fearing, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get fired. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to find a new job. And the guy in the cube next to me is going to play his music too loud.
You know what I think? If I get a new job and be the last one hired, somebody be the last one fired, so then that's where I go.
Yeah.
Process of elimination.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be first in the process of getting eliminated.
And you get convinced of it. So fear is what convinces you of it. Fear is what brings it to your mind.
Yeah.
It brings it to your mind. So it's not that you shouldn't prepare, but it's like you don't have to always think about it and worry about
Like
it.
dread.
So it's the
dread.
belief. Fear makes you believe that it'll happen, and so the stronger your assurance, the stronger your fear. So it's like the stronger you believe it'll happen, whether it's rational or not.
A good buffer for those thoughts of dread and fear is gratitude. You know, because when you have all these, this is bringing things about the Lord did this, and the Lord did this, and the Lord did this. It's a good buffer to get you
Yeah.
out of that mindset.
Right. So when your gratitude and being thankful helps keep the enemy from giving you negative and worryful thoughts. If you think about how God, so that's kind of what the reminders do. It's like it makes you thankful. Oh, I'm thankful for this, and you're thankful. Just think about the things you do have, and then you're not worrying. If you think about the focus on the things you have, then you're not worried about the things you don't have or the things that might happen. So so that's a good buffer or a good preventative measure for it. So when we get put in a situation that we don't have the ability to resolve, we can either put our trust in ourselves or we can put our trust in God. So trusting in God doesn't mean you don't do anything, but it means that you're not worrying about it. It means you're trusting God, so you ultimately turn it over to God. I can't do this on my own because I'm scared if I succeed that I no longer trust in you because I only trust in me.
Oh, yeah, I think that's it, yeah.
Don't try to achieve everything on your own. Bring God into it so God gets the credit.
Right.
Because the more like then you don't want to get into a situation, oh yeah, I did this by myself, I did this all on my
There's
own.
no such thing.
We want to be independence of God. So we want to depend on God.
Right? We want to depend on him.
So
He wants us to depend on
He
him.
wants us to depend on Him. So a lot of times we want to be in control. We want to be able to solve everything, and we're scared when we're not in control. But we need to be in dependence of God. You know, like when you were a child, you know, you weren't worried about how you were going to get food, even if you guys were poor. You know, that wasn't your worry every day. As long as your parents were feeding you, you depended on your parents. So God wants us to depend on Him. So even if we know how to do it, He still wants us to depend on Him. He wants us to put our faith in Him.